They got Halloween stuff out already, y'all. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So I have not done my backyard, and it's been months since we've been here, and I love sitting outside, but I just have not had the energy. I have not been feeling like myself, so we are changing that. I'm starting looking for some things to go ahead and do my patio, or my backyard rather. Oh, and it's not even that heavy. I thought this was gonna be heavy. The only thing is, there's only one of these, and I need at least a matching pair, so we're gonna have to skip on this one. Oh, here's the second one. So we got two so far. These are definitely cute if I was going for this theme, but I wasn't. It's really nice though. So I do like these. Like a fire pit type of a chair. Instead of the traditional, I forgot the name of them. We had them before. No, they start with like a B or something. We used to have them, but we had the plastic version. But I like these. I feel like these will fit the Mediterranean feel. But I like these for the area for where I want to just sit and have like our little coffee and wine nights. I like these. So I'm gonna pop up a picture of what my backyard looks like right now. It's a really nice space, but there's nothing back there, girl. It is an umbrella that I previously purchased from At Home. It's about 15 feet. I love it. It has a lot of shade to it. And then two little rinky-dink chairs and my grill. That's pretty much it. And then some old planters that I'm definitely gonna repurpose and use again in this yard. I just need some more planters because it's not enough to fill the space. And I'll show you a rendition of an AI generated thing that I created of how I want it to look. So it's not gonna get done all at once. It's gonna be little by little. But I didn't want to do a deck. Originally we were gonna think about like a deck. We're going more for a courtyard feel. I think we're gonna go with these. So they have quite a few, and I'm gonna get one set first just to make sure it fits the way I want it to fit, and then we'll come back and get the other ones. And when it comes to, let me get over here real quick, Brie. And when it comes to these, I'm still on the fence. I like them, but I'm not sure if that's what I want for like a fire pit type of a chair. I'm just sitting here. Brie went to go find someone because the boxes are way too heavy to remove from that top shelf. So she went to go get someone, and I'm just kind of sitting here now. You know, I have this headache and I just cannot shake it. Goodness. Tell me if you like the birchwood or the linen candle better.
I don't like fresh linen smell.
You don't like fresh linen smell?
Usually it's my clean
What?
smell.
Whose child are you?
I prefer sweet scents and bakeries.
Wait, watch where you drop that. They got these little ones.
Yeah, I keep stealing yours.
Stealing mine from where?
Only your sweet ones, because you don't use like the festive ones.
Oh my gosh, you stealing my candles?
Yeah, because I keep burning through mine.
Instead of taking my candles, find you one, I'll buy you one. Stealing my candles. Y'all hear Bree? So clearly she's taking candles from my house.
None of the fresh ones, at least.
Get your own candles. All right, we got it. As you can see, the box will not fit in the car, but if you know me, if there is a will, honey, there is a way. I just opened that box on the side of the car and loaded each individual piece inside. And when I tell you it worked out perfectly, it worked out perfectly. It is hot outside, so I'm gonna wait and see if the sun goes down a little bit before we head out to the backyard. I'm just not feeling the best right now. But we've talked about this before, me being in perimenopause, so none of this is new. My body has been changing. The way I physically feel has been changing. Some days it's just my brain fog. Some days I cannot sleep right. Other days I'm looking in the mirror and I'm wondering, why is my body carrying this weight differently than what it used to. But through all of these changes, one thing has not changed. I still know who I am. I still know how I want to show up. I still love getting dressed, and I love my personal style, and I don't want to have to change that just because of the changes that I'm experiencing during this season of my life. I've heard other women talk about changing the way they dress because their body is carrying weight differently now that they're in perimenopause or menopause. I've also heard women talk about pulling back from certain parts of their lives because of the symptoms that they're experiencing, whether it's hot flashes or brain fog, or they just don't feel like themselves. But I don't want to have to change just because I'm going through perimenopause. So my thought process has been a little different lately. Instead of me asking, how do I get back to the woman I used to be prior to all these changes, I'm asking myself, how do I navigate everything that's changing without losing the woman I know myself to be? Now, when I say I don't want to change me, I don't expect my body to stay the same. Okay, girl, that's just unrealistic. Okay. That is just so unrealistic. I understand that this season is going to require some adjustments, and I'm okay with that. But there's a difference between adapting and abandoning parts of yourself that make you authentically you. And I think that's been the challenging part for me because there's so much information out here and everyone has advice. Take this, try that, change this, don't do that. And while I am always appreciative of suggestions, and I love the fact that we're learning more about perimenopause than ever before, the challenge for me actually lies in just one question. What's actually right for me? And I'm not talking about a one-size-fits-all approach. I'm talking about actual guidance that's right for me, for my body, and the woman I know myself to be, girl. You know, we got to throw that in there. We going through some things, but we still know who we are. And that's the part I'm still trying to figure out. And that's what led me to partner with MIDI Health, today's video sponsor. For those who aren't familiar, MIDI Health is a virtual clinic that specializes in both perimenopause and menopause. They connect women with clinicians that understand this season of life, and they provide personal care based off of each individual woman's needs. So I scheduled a virtual visit because I wanted to understand what was happening with my body and what will work for me, not based off of somebody else's experience, but my own. So I booked my virtual visit online, selected a time that worked for my schedule, and before I knew it, I was meeting with my clinician from the comfort of my own home. Before my visit, I completed my medical intake forms. So when we met, she had already reviewed my health information. She was on time. I did not have to wait. She took a few minutes to introduce herself, and immediately I felt comfortable. And then from there, we talked through the symptoms that I've been experiencing and how they've changed over time and how they've been affecting my day-to-day life. What I really appreciated is that she didn't just recommend one thing. She literally took the time to explain all the available options. She explained the potential benefits, the possible side effects, and then we talk through the approach that works best for me based off of my health and my lifestyle. She also recommended an additional screening for me before I move forward with the treatment, which I really appreciated because that reinforced that this was not a one-size-fits-all approach. She actually personalized it to me. By the end of the visit, I genuinely felt heard. We talked about symptoms that you don't hear often. You know, I mentioned it before, I suffer from like the itchy skin. So it was so reassuring to know that there was an explanation as well as some options for me. We also talked about how to use the patient portal, how to access my records, communicate with the care team, or really just kind of access any information that I need moving forward. But most importantly, I left having a plan and not having to figure all this out by myself. And thank you for having these tough conversations with me. I know they're not the easiest, but they're definitely important. And if you are in this season as well, visit trymidihealth.com/Kita to go ahead and schedule a virtual visit and join the more than 200,000 women that already trust MIDI Health with their care. I will leave MIDI Health information down in the description box if you do want to learn more. So I know I've been yapping for a little bit, and I was hoping the sun would, the clouds would come so it wouldn't be so hot out there, because I definitely need to get some measurements in the backyard before we do anything. And I want to put the chairs together that we just purchased today. So we're going to get out there and get that done. But before we do, I want to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I know my hair looks different. I recently cut it, and I love my short haircut. I really, really do. But with this 100+ degree weather, And the fact that I'm natural, I don't have a perm, I don't have a relaxer. Whenever I step out in this humidity, honey, it reverts back to its naturally curly state, which is fine, but I wanted to wear it in that sleek little cut. And even with me rolling my hair, wrapping my hair, tying it down, doing all the things to prevent putting heat on it, once I go outside, honey, it swelters up and I have to come back and put heat on it. And it's just too much heat for me right now. And I love my hairstyle, but I don't care what hairstyle it is. I'm not going to damage my hair. So I'm going to just go ahead and do a protective style. So I'll do one this week, as you can see right now. I'll do another one next week, and then we're going right back to our cute little shortcut, okay? But whew, let me get my daughter, because she is here to help me put these chairs together and help me take some measurements outside. So let's get to it. They cut the grass this morning. So this area over here is where I want to put the fire pit, or the fireplace area. So right in this area over here. And then over here is where I want like the sitting area and the dining table. And if I come back closer to the in-ground patio that's already on here, right here in the front, I want to do like just a little sitting area in addition to what's going to be on this patio right here. Y'all hear all those things in the trees? I don't know what you call them, girl. But they be up early in the morning making all kinds of noise. We got the chairs put together and I'm really loving these. Originally, I was looking for wood furniture, a lighter wood, but all the ones that I actually fell in love with, they had a yellow undertone to it, or orange undertone, and I didn't want that color wood. So these actually have a neutral undertone, which is definitely up my alley. I am gonna run out and get another set because I do want a matching set over by the sofa area. I also had the opportunity to measure these, so they would work for a patio table, just depending on the table itself. So if the stars align and I find the table I want and these are still available, then we'll get them for the table as well. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and grab them for the couch area. All right, so I'm sitting on the concrete patio ground as it is now. We're gonna keep this, but like I mentioned, we were thinking about doing like a deck area, but I want more of a courtyard feel. So the two chairs that we just purchased, I'm gonna kind of do them in this space right behind me. That way when I come out, it'll be like a little coffee area, somewhere I don't have to walk directly into the yard. I can kind of still sit. I'm still figuring out the pieces back here because we have a grill, an outdoor fan, have some planter boxes. So this area back here is for that. Closer up to this part by the house, I do want a hammock. I've always wanted a hammock, so we're gonna do that. But yeah, this is where we are so far. It's a hot day today, but I'm getting back to me, and that's what I want. Like, I want to get back into doing things that make me happy. I want to keep creating these spaces within my house that make me feel good, and you know, all of that. Whew, goodness. Okay, so the measurements are done. We put the chairs up. I'm happy about that because I wanted to get those measurements done before we head out to like Home Depot and get everything. I'll definitely take you along the journey with me. We're just gonna take our time. We're not gonna break the bank. We're gonna not just grab things to grab it. We wanna be very intentional, which I like to say deliberate because I feel like intentional has been used so much in the creator economy. But I really do want to be intentional about this space. So I'm going to take my time. We'll take you along on the journey. It won't be every video that I'm touching the backyard, but when I do, I'll definitely make sure I record it because I really just want to create a nice space. I am really about just creating a feeling. And I think that backyard is going to do that for me because I love being outside. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I know I said I wanted this to be like a courtyard feel. I really do. But I didn't say I wanted to be more of a boutique hotel courtyard. I've been to a few of them. I've always took mental notes of things that I love. And I do think that this is really going to create the feeling that I want. And I also want to thank you for having that conversation about perimenopause with me earlier. I know some of these topics can be difficult to talk about, but I definitely feel like they're important. And if you're navigating this season too, visit trymidi.com/Kita to schedule a virtual visit and join the more than 200,000 women that trust MIDI Health with their care. I'll definitely leave MIDI Health information down in the description box so you can learn more. And we will catch up in the next one. I told you that happened today.
Oh, yeah, there's some that's here.
No, I said not this house, the house next. I'm trying to tell you now, Bree.